Moving it up on this near side, and it's played up ahead to Dar Russo. 9 goals on the campaign. Swings one in, but that'll go out of play for a goal kick here in the early going. Eagles in their familiar black and yellow jerseys. They're going to be going from right to left here on your webcast. A little bit of yellow trim there with it. FC Dayton in those white and pink jerseys, they'll be going from left to right in this first half. It's FC Dayton with it on her foot. That's Mackenzie Lutz. And now it's out over along to the far side. Eagles coming into this game off the heels of an 8-0 demolition of the Dayton Dutch Lions. Of course, FC Dayton, it's a different opponent when it comes to quality as well. They have been the top team in the Midwest Conference all season long. As right now it's Dayton with it, playing it back. Nikki Cox pressing. And Dayton will move it around to Kennedy Gray. Gray. Long ball played up forward, and it's headed down by Olivia Molesky. Now it's on the foot of Katie Cox. Cox plays it over to Ashley Goglin, who gets it up. Now it's Amy King. King cutting in from the left side. Plays it over for Bailey. Up ahead now, and it's with Gabby Holler. Holler hits the brakes, swings it out wide to King. Amy King sends across into the box. Katie Cox was nearly on the end of it, but FC Dayton's able to clear it out. Nice ball.
That was a nice one.
Hi,
Bart.
Hey, it's Darren Van Paris.
We're here. We got everything good to go, we think.
Wonderful.
Let's
go. Apologize, folks, for any technical difficulties earlier as we're now underway. Again, your Eagles taking on FC Dayton here at historic Cruz Stadium. The Eagles in their black and yellow jerseys going from right to left, from right to left in this first half. In FC Dayton, white and pink going from left to right. Katie Cox gets it over, and it's pushed ahead there to
nice.
Gabby Holler.
Unlucky.
Ooh, yeah, it looked like going down there, that was Haley Miller. Now,
nice.
Good give and go, trying to get Abby Townsend, and here's Townsend. Tries to put it in on frame.
Try to cut back.
Holler.
I like it.
Absolutely, Darren. The little bit of a hectic, a little bit of back and forth. You know, the Eagles and FC Dayton, these are two of the highest scoring teams in the WPSL, two of the top teams in the Midwest Conference.
Right? That's right.
And it's looking like it. You know, the Eagles have not been able to just impose their will, as we've seen in some of the other games in the early go. We are still very early on, mind you, but this is all the makings for a great matchup.
Absolutely.
Holler gets it over to Miller. Miller sends the ball swinging in. I think that one took a little bit of an odd bounce, and it's the keeper Cassidy Rochong who was able to glove that. Over now with Jenna Halbeck, and it'll go out of play. So Columbus has it now. It's Amy King.
Nice little slip-through ball.
Here's Nikki Cox trying to find Gabby Holler. Haley Miller, though, in for reinforcements.
You got to like how active the Eagles are here. A little counter-press action. Pin Dayton in here.
That's what they're looking to try to do. And, of course, to contain those two talented strikers Dayton has at the top.
Susceptible to the counter here.
Oh, getting in behind. Dayton with a good opportunity here.
A good opportunity.
It's Huber.
Yep.
Huber is able to slot it in, and FC Dayton takes the lead here just 5 minutes in. Elena Huber, the goal scorer.
Yeah, Dayton was. You saw that open up right away. They were able to make one little pass up the middle of the field, and they caught the Eagles in numbers. Yeah, and ultimately, I think she really had a couple options if she wanted to. Ultimately, she ended up keeping it. I think that was who was that? That was
Elena Huber.
Elena Huber, and then sorry, folks, trying to get my bearings here. Olivia Molesky, I think, is playing the true center back, middle center back of a back three, and she was just able to kind of keep Molesky, from making a decision whether it was coming up to press the ball or trying to stop a pass, and she just kept going.
And so for Huber, that is her 6th goal of the season in just her 7th game. And that, Darren, is one of the things where the Eagles can be susceptible with a player like, Molesky, who I think has done a great job in that center back, but certainly not, a classically trained center back, if you will.
Right.
And this is a FC Dayton team that, doesn't need too much of a chance to make something happen. Eagles looking to respond. They are on the back foot here in the 6th minute. Oh, and here's another opportunity. Dar Russo in on, but tracking back. Well done there to win it back. And that was Abby Townsend who ended up being the one clearing it out. Not out of danger yet, though. Fired hard and able to get a piece of it was the keeper, Abby Rees, tested from range. That was Lauren Bastian who got a hold of that one.
Yeah, you can definitely tell FC Dayton's got some players here. They got some really good athletes. They're definitely able to run. So it should be an interesting game here.
And it was a wide open and high scoring affair when these teams met earlier this season, as Bastian sends the corner kick in, and it is going to be headed out of play. Weren't able to get it on target was FC Dayton. 4-4 when these teams met in Kettering. So the only time FC Dayton's been held winless so far this season. With the ball now, it's Katie Cox playing it back to Molesky. Molesky ahead, gets it to Ashley Goglin, and she gives it back. And now it's going to be out wide with Madeline Woodruff trying to find Townsend on the right side. It's going to go out of play off her. And here's FC Dayton trying to get a quick opportunity off the throw-in.
Oh boy, it's too easy.
In for Russo. Russo turn and stuffed there. Follow-up shot sails wide. A goal kick coming here, but it's been all FC Dayton here early. We're in the 8th minute. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, it really hasn't been, a whole lot of intricate passing. It's just been get the ball, to some of the wingers or the players in the middle of the field, and they're just running straight ahead. I mean, they've got some players with pace, and now you have the Eagles that are definitely with that too, with Abby Townsend here.
Yeah, Abby Townsend has plenty of pace, and she fires one maybe a little ambitious from Townsend, although she's certainly probably feeling it after the hat trick last weekend.
Certainly.
Now it's FC Dayton looking to press the other way. It's Jenna Helbeck. Moves it to the middle. Also notice the Eagles not pressing quite as hard as you were seeing, against some of the other opponents they've played this season. Conceding a little possession here around midfield to FC Dayton. Helbeck on the run. That was a nice ball played in by Bastian, but getting there first, it's going to be Olivia Molesky. She sends it out of play for a clearance, and it's going to be a throw-in. Taking the throw, and it's going to be Kaylee Pham. She gets it in, and it's Helbeck gets it taken off of her by Goglin. Ooh, tripping there as she went down on the clearing attempt for Columbus was Morgan Bodker. Now it's Nikki Cox playing back to Bodker. Cox along the near side gets it to Molesky. Molesky pushes up and back to Goglin. This press from FC Dayton. Katie Cox, if there's anyone that can unlock it, she's that
nice.
Here's Nikki Cox.
Well
Great
done.
cut there from Nikki Cox.
Oh, can't quite get that wide.
But she's able to keep possession. The through ball, though, does not get through. And now it's played ahead for Huber, the goal scorer. Huber coming in on that left side. Swings the ball in, and no one at this near post.
Yeah, it's been interesting just kind of watch the Eagles. I mean, just defensively, not only, they obviously have the back three there, but it kind of looks like just the connection between the midfield and kind of being that secondary line of defense just not quite compact enough. Even when that ball came in on the cross, you still saw some runners that were coming in that were open. So I wonder if that'll be something that the Eagles take a look at and try and make sure that that's a little bit more compact here.
Well-read pass there from FC Dayton, and it's a big boot out to middle field. Haley Miller trying to get on this ball.
Nice.
Good tackle. Gets it to Nikki Cox. Cox.
Oh, it's
firing it. Ooh. Sails
that was
just
a little
high.
ambitious. I didn't dislike it.
Oh, Nikki Cox, who's got 3 goals, I believe, on the season. Looking to add her 4th. And we will have a goal kick here. Its keeper, Cassie Rochong, has not quite been challenged yet. The Eagles still seeking their first shot on target here in the 12th minute. Abby Rees, 1 save on the ledger, and of course the goal that beat her in the 5th from Huber. Here's Katie Cox. Cox knocked off the ball. Played back there by Dayton. And the ball floats out to Dara Russo. Cox. Now it's with Nikki Cox.
Nice.
To Katie Cox. Up ahead to Gabby Holler. Nice movement we're starting to see from the Eagles. Holler. A little bit of hold-up play. Cuts back.
Yeah, well done.
And she gets herself a little bit of room. Holler gets it out wide for Townsend. Townsend sends the cross into the box. Trying to get on the other end of that one was Amy King, but wasn't able to put her boots through it. Now it's Goglin over to Haley Miller. I'm sorry, Bailey. And that ball is going to go out of play. Quick throw in here from Townsend. Not so fast, actually.
She was trying to. She was wanting it.
And so, Eagles will throw it in. Ball touched up there.
Good idea.
Racing to that, and then wisely backing off was Morgan Bodker. And giving Dara Russo some room to run. Russo cutting in. It's right along the goal line, and she sends it into the side of the net. And that ball will go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for Abby Rees. Dara Russo is a player to keep an eye out on if you're the Columbus Eagles. 9 goals so far this season for number 7. Haley Miller tries to touch that one to Gabby Holler, but a little bit too much mustard, and it's going to lead to a counter option for FC Dayton. Chasing around that one, it's Kaylee Simmons. She gets it over to Kaylee Pham. A lot of Kayleys out here. Gabby Holler.
Nice.
Gets there. Sends it to Townsend. Townsend had to hit the brakes, but she's able to get on that ball.
Oh, that was unforced.
And now here is an opportunity. A great ball fed in for Russo. Russo alone!
And you can't do that.
No, absolutely cannot. Unforced error, and Dara Russo is the last person you can turn it over with. Just a little bit of space, and she's able to find it. And the Eagles find themselves down 2-0 in the 15th minute.
Yeah, looking sloppy.
So the Eagles down by 2. Unfamiliar territory for this team, certainly here at home, where they had yet to concede a goal this season. They've now given up 2 in the first 15 minutes. And if you're Coach Matt Ogden, you know it's a difficult balancing act. You want your team to do, what they've had so much success with and play, that beautiful, fun, attacking brand of soccer. But this is an FC Dayton team that's just too strong you have to really think about those mistakes and limit them. As Abby Townsend
there it is
able to get one there. And look, that is the break the Eagles are looking for. Townsend cut in and took a neat shot there along the near side corner, and it just sneaks through past the keeper, Cassie Rashong, and the Eagles are back in business.
Yeah, much needed goal there. I mean, certainly will take the fortunate. Maybe the keeper thought maybe she probably could have done a little better there, but so she did have some bodies in front of her. Sometimes it kind of gets caught up on you quick. But yeah, Abby Townsend making amends for her unforced error there, passing it back on the previous go around there for Dayton. But yeah, now let's see. Kind of to your point, what you were talking about a little bit is what do you kind of do if, are you going to be as aggressive as you have been? You're playing against a quality opponent. Maybe do you reel it in a little bit? But when you go down a couple of goals, you're going to have to still play aggressive. But now I think that you've kind of bought yourself where it's like, okay, you're only down 1 goal, not 2. I think, and it's still early enough in the game where if you did want to make a little bit of slight adjustments, you're not that far off, and you can pick and choose your moments a little bit here. But let's see how the Eagles respond here. Maybe that's just kind of what they need just to kind of wake up. But their passing still has been good when they've been connecting, making this kind of little intricate passes. It's been looking good.
Yeah, nice connection there between Townsend and Nikki Cox on that counter. Unfortunately, the finishing piece wasn't quite there, but Townsend, you can see as she heads to take the corner kick.
Yeah, it seems she's gearing up to be the real key here. I mean, I think if the Eagles are going to win today, Abby Townsend's already got 1 goal, but I don't think that Dayton has much of an answer for her when she gets the ball played into space. So let's see if the Eagles continue to exploit that.
Townsend, a nice ball there to the far post, and Gabby Holler was there but couldn't get that ball on target.
Yeah, I think almost Goglin took that from her. Maybe had a not as great of an angle hitting that back towards goal.
FC Dayton with it now. Of course, that goal came just a minute after, and the old cliche, Darren, minute after a goal.
Yep.
It's the most important.
That's right.
That's when the Eagles responded. Here's Haley Miller with it.
Nice.
Gets it to Gabby.
Oh!
Haley!
I think she was definitely not expecting it. I don't think any of us were expecting that ball to kind of trickle through the way it did, but Holler's fun to watch, man. I mean, she really just creative and sets herself up with these little. We talked about the little flick-on touches, or she's able just to connect or keep the ball. I mean, she's really exciting player.
Yeah, Gabby Holler. That's just been such a huge addition for this Eagles team. Of course, one of the other really big additions, and who we saw taking the corners last week, Victoria Kevazia, not in the starting 11. We'll see if we can get an update. I'm not sure if she was in the 18, but helped create 3 goals on 3 consecutive corners against the Dayton Dutch Lions, including an Olympico herself. As now it's going to be Olivia Molesky chasing it down, and she hit the gas there to beat Russo, who was pressing hard. Now ball shot, but ambitious and well wide of net. And you see and you feel the field tilting a little bit more in the Eagles' favor, Darren, at least certainly possession-wise. Dayton's been, quick on the counter, and they've scored twice off it in 15 minutes, so you can't really fault them for it.
Right.
But the Eagles, after, the early going, really struggling with that press, and maybe it's partially as, FC Dayton's kind of laid off that. Ball. And here comes Abby Townsend. She gets behind. Townsend has King on the far side, trying to find it. Here's Miller. Miller! A huge save there from the keeper, Cassie Rashong, as Haley Miller was all by herself. I shouldn't say all by herself. She had a teammate right there with her, Amy King, too. As that ball took an odd and very fortuitous bounce for the Eagles, but Rashong standing strong.
I like it, Bart. I like it.
Now, it's over on the near side with Kaylee Pham. Pham playing it back to the keeper. Oh, we've got a cat in the stands.
Oh, do we? Yeah, we do.
The cat in the stands, the hero we all need. Anyway, you guys can't see that
We
at
just
home,
let the cameraman
just
know
trust
he may be
us.
showing a cat here soon.
Yeah, if the cat joins us, we'll see if he can be our halftime
Cat
guest.
stand account.
Yes, we are.
Yes, well done.
Big fans of cats here. Big fans as well of Gabby Holler. Plays it back to Katie Cox. Losing it there is Cox. And the slide. Ooh, that was a little bit. Could have been dangerous, but both players seem to be okay as
Nice ball.
Goglin went in hard for that one. Townsend tracking back. Just one of those great qualities of hers.
Nice.
Olivia Molesky. That's one of the
He's got
skills.
more composure than me.
Certainly.
Back there in that situation.
And that's one of the bonuses of having an attacking midfielder turn center back.
Yep, absolutely.
Here's Nikki Cox trying to keep that ball in, but it just sailed across the line. Oh, no, it did not. But
Yeah, I think
it's
she
an
saved
FC
it,
Dayton
but
ball.
yeah, just gave it back over.
Out wide with it. After a pretty back and forth and wide open first 15 minutes or so, the game's starting to slow down a bit as these teams familiarize themselves with each other a bit more. It's played back to Molesky. They're going to say that was out, though. And so it'll be a throw in here for Dayton. FC Dayton on the season, 5 wins, no losses, 1 draw, that aforementioned draw with the Columbus Eagles when they met earlier this season. The highest scoring team in the Midwest Conference, 29 goals on the campaign. Of course, the Eagles not too far behind them with 25. And, of course, all that changes a bit. We got to add some more, 31 and 26 respectively.
That's how the math checks out, huh?
Here's Reese with it on her feet. And I think we can probably say, Darren, that at least in the home game so far this season, this is the busiest Abby Reese has been.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
Here's Morgan Bodker. Bodker over to Goglin, and Goglin will hand it back. Goglin over to Molesky. It's Nikki Cox. Nikki Cox plays it back out wide over with Madeline Woodruff.
Oh, that's such a great ball.
And here comes Townsend. Townsend
That's
blazing through. Amy King!
That's beautiful.
Amy
That's
King
beautiful.
on the other end of it, and a great ball played in by Abby Townsend. And the Eagles have tied it up.
Yeah, I mean, also, I think you got to give, Holler opened that whole thing up. I mean, really, that pass was there, but she had that pass played her open, right? I mean, it wasn't like she couldn't just play it square. It would have been covered, but played it into the space behind. She kind of thread the needle there, and then Abby Townsend was able to go and pick Amy King out there. But that was some beautiful soccer there from the Eagles.
And a wholesale change, not quite.
Yeah, almost a line change. Whoever was on the bench is on the field now.
Yeah, for FC Dayton as the Eagles have stormed back to tie it up. 2-2 here in the 25th minute. And now it's Columbus on the ball. It's Katie Cox. Bodker back to King and gets it back once again. And I'm not sure if they give the hockey assist in the WPSL, but Gabby Holler gets one in my book.
If there was a moment that they should, that was definitely it.
Oh, here's a good opportunity, though. Fired now and answering for FC Dayton. That was Kylie Simmons, a rocket. And FC Dayton back in front, 3-2 the score. Oh, they're.
They give an old goal. Is
Announcer
that what I heard?
said no.
Oh.
Announcer said Kennedy Gray. I'm pretty sure that was, in fact, number 22, Kylie Simmons. We're sticking with that. Kennedy Gray, I don't
Okay.
think was on the field
There you go.
and is a center back. Katie Cox is a center midfielder, and she has the ball right now for Columbus on the left flank, trying to squeeze it up there for Haley Miller, and it's going to bounce out of play off her. And Dayton will get the throw in. It's Maddie Thiss, one of the about 4 to 5 FC Dayton players that just came on in that change as it's Bodker playing it to Molesky. Cox back to Bodker. Molesky. And ball's over with Nikki Cox now. Played by Goglin. Up now with King, the goal scorer. One of the goal scorers. You know, the forecast earlier today, it called for rain. So far, we're avoiding it. The forecast from our chief meteorologist, Darren Van Paris, called for goals. And
That's what. Well,
that
raining
forecast
goals right
is-
now, man.
yeah, it's coming through strong.
Yeah, certainly a fun one to watch for a casual out there.
For our,
5 goals in the first 25 minutes.
Yeah, you don't get that too often. Of course, not a fun game for our keepers who had to work.
Yeah.
Cassie Rochon and Abby Rees, and both two prideful women. I know or assume don't like giving up too many of those goals. Although there have been some
Not much you can do.
it's
on a
been
couple of
hard to
them,
fault these keepers.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, Kennedy Gray is on. I correct myself, but I still am standing by my call that was Kaylee Simmons that scored. It's Katie Cox now to Holler. Nice step up, though, and takeaway from FC Dayton. Olivia Molesky is able to track it down.
Yeah, FC Dayton does a good job of, understanding when they have some opportunities to kind of, turn and run. They'll have one of their strikers or their 10 just kind of sit, right in front of the back line of the Eagles defenders. And then they've got, on the right or left side, they've got some players that can run, so it's just a quick little trap, one pass, and then they're off. And you almost saw them connect there as well.
Here's Katie Cox getting a good tackle in there. They will call a foul on that.
And she just caught just a little bit at the back of her leg there. A little clumsy.
And so it's going to be Lauren Bastian to take it. This could be a dangerous ball. The first. All right. Well, we're getting some subs in for FC Dayton first. Coming on is Elise Carter along with Shelby Moore. Odd to do the substitute there before the free kick, as Bastian will take it. And Sky, nearly.
Made that awkward for her. Yeah.
That ball was kind of knuckling on Abby Rees as it looked like it might have sailed over, but that wind that's blowing out toward the Nordeck may have kept it on the field, and Rees showed her bona fides there and kept that ball from crossing the line. Here's Molesky to Cox. Now we're starting to see that press once again from FC Dayton. Over with Woodruff. to Nikki Cox.
Nice.
Nikki Cox, a nice
There
turn
it
there
is.
to Ashley
Yep.
Goglin, and Goglin gets it to Townsend. Townsend blazing down on that right side. And a one-on-one situation there as she was facing off against Maddie Thiss. That ball's going to go out of play. Oh, and they'll say it went off of Townsend. Townsend, who has a goal and an assist so far. Coming off now for the Eagles, first sub of the game, Amy King. Has got a goal to her name so far. Annalise Grimmel coming on. Capital University product, or I'm sorry, DePauw University, I should say. Here's Haley Miller.
Nice.
Now here come FC Dayton.
Well done.
That was Olivia Molesky who was able to win that one. Plays it back to Rees. Rees out wide to Woodruff. Woodruff, the Capital University product. Nice little dummy there from Nikki Cox, but oh, that ball from Townsend was just a little bit too much mustard on it, and FC Dayton's able to get it. Breaking it up there, though, was Molesky. And now it's with Grimmel. Grimmel cutting in from the left side. Gets it ahead to Gabby Holler. Holler
Nice.
in behind. Gabby Holler! Oh, off the post, following up Nikki Cox. Save! And
Oh, wow.
FC Dayton's able to clear it. Not out of danger quite yet. And
Boy.
this second time, they'll send it out of play. That was a couple of gorgeous opportunities for the Eagles. And Gabby Holler put it off the post. So Avery Schoen coming on. Bailey Miller coming off. Haley Miller. Schoen, one of 3 sets of sisters on this Eagles team. Of course, Katie and Nikki Cox, Gabby and Emily Holler, and Avery and Alyssa Schoen. Now, Columbus gets it up. Nikki Cox off that throw-in. FC Dayton's going to play it back. It's with Shelby Moore. Moore gets it to head to Alyssa Arthur, but the Eagles are able to get possession. Molesky. Long ball lobbed up trying to find Gabby Holler. Ooh, this is a dangerous ball in space. Here's Russo. Russo behind Bodker, and a kick save there
needed that
from the
one.
keeper,
Needed
Abby
it.
Rees. Now played back by Schoen over with Grimmel. Grimmel gets it to Goglin. Goglin, trying to find Grimmel on the give and go. Ball is going to be skied. It will stay in. That one took an odd
Little
bounce.
slicer. Well
And
done.
chesting it down there is Holler to Cox. And Cox is unlocked. Gets it over to Avery
She
Schoen,
was trying
but
to do.
yep, she was looking to find Abby Townsend there. But it just kind of skipped off her foot a little bit awkwardly. But you are, and it is, it's good to see, Darren, that, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, especially, when the Eagles found themselves down 2-0. They haven't, stopped trying to pick out those, ambitious passes,
Yep.
and they haven't really gotten away from their game. And
Sure.
they're shown that they can score against, this high scoring, and a team doesn't give up many goals
Right.
in FC Dayton either. They've given up just, I think, 6 goals. Yeah, 4 of them to the Eagles. Now they've given up 8 goals on the season, and 6 of them have come against this Eagles team. That's some perspective, folks. Ball is going to be played out of play by Townsend. And Townsend, having to track back more today, Darren, than she has.
Yeah, I think she's got to help cover a little bit sometimes when Dayton's playing in transition. Certainly going to try and stay higher up the field, when the Eagles are in possession or when they're trying to go the other way. But if she's able to kind of pinch in just a little bit just to kind of help, that back line, just have one more defender back there and help kind of run the flanks, I think the Eagles are gonna take that.
Now with the ball, it's Bastian. Cox fighting him off. And a long ball played up by Woodruff. Now it's Grimmel with it for Columbus. Gets it up to Gabby Holler. Nikki Cox. Battling. Nice one-on-one battle where she's able to come out on top there. Good ball turn. As she's trying to get it to Avery Schoen was Gabby Holler, but out of her box. And onto that ball was the keeper, Cassie Rochong. Ooh.
A little awkward.
Yeah, skipped off her a little bit, and it's going to be played out of play. Unforced error there. Of course, that's the sort of errors that FC Dayton has had, where the unforced error bounce goes out of play versus the couple the Eagles have had that have turned into goals.
Trying a little flick on there. It was a good ball.
Yeah, that was just Nikki Cox wasn't quite able to get her head high enough and move. Dayton player is down. She and Nikki Cox both going for that ball. And it didn't look like they made too much contact in the air. Wasn't anything that she may have come down
or something? Yeah, the way she landed or
landed
tailbone maybe.
Wow. Can't quite tell the number, but trainers are on their way out. I hope she is all right. We're in the 38th minute here. Probably get some stoppage time with this, but of course, the main concern is the player's going to be okay. FC Dayton opened up and quickly got a 2-0 lead off of goals from Elena Huber and Dana Russo. Before the Eagles answered back Abby Townsend with her fourth goal in 2 games. And then we're able to tie it up with a goal from Amy King, assist from Townsend. But then responding right after that, it was Kylie Simmons to give FC Dayton the lead that they enjoy right now.
Yeah, I think if you kind of chalked up to the half where the score line is, I don't necessarily think it's all that far off. I think Dayton really has had. They haven't had as much possession. We kind of talked about that a little bit. But I think they've had the chances they've had all really great opportunities. Maybe that last one that was just a good shot, but I think you could have argued that there was another great save that Abby Reese made where she was 1-on-1 with one of the Dayton players, and was able to make a big time save to keep it 3-2 instead of 4-2. So I think all in all, the scoreline's probably where you would imagine it is. It's based upon kind of the gameplay thus far. What Eagles had one that went off the post that maybe you could say, they should have had one back to make it
and the follow-up from Nikki Cox.
Save there,
yeah, both of these keepers, again, the goal scoring and the high scoring that we're seeing is a disservice, maybe, the score line to the quality of goalkeeping that we've been seeing. We apologize for any technical difficulties that y'all may be having. We're getting some reports of video or audio taking a odd turn. So we're going to work to get that resolved. Here's the Eagles. And players coming back on after that injury. And we'll get a restart here momentarily. So that was Maddie Thiss that went down, and she will be swapped out. Is coming back on as Kennedy Gray. FC Dayton looking like they might try to get a couple other subs in, but not before the restart. It's back with Rochong. And now it's over. Here's Gabby. Gabby Holler trying to get it, and that's Avery Schoen. Here's Annalise Grimmel. Grimmel was looking for Gabby Holler. They both, a little connection. We'll see if that, we can get a spark with that connection next time around, as it's up with Morgan Bodker. Bodker back to Molesky. And it's Bodker once again. Nice little flick there from Schoen over to Grimmel. And back out for Schoen. Just a bit out of reach, unable to catch up to that one. It'll go out of play. I think we may still be experiencing some technical difficulties. We are trying to resolve those as we are in the 43rd minute. 3-2 the score. It's Avery Schoen. Out now with Morgan Bodker. To Molesky. Bodker. To Gabby Holler, and she has it taken from her. Cox. That one went off the noggin. Ooh, Grimmel fell a little bit awkwardly. She seems to be all right. That ball is out of play, and the Eagles will throw it in here. It's Morgan Bodker. Ahead now with Schoen. And out of play. It's Grimmel to throw it in to Ashley Goglin. And they'll say a whistle there. I think we are back after those technical difficulties. Apologies and shout out to TK, DVP, Darren, our play-by-play man, and you're also just a little jack of all trades. And, of course, friend and David Faust, who's listening and helping guide us through some of this.
Doing some off-site help.
Yes.
Phone a friend.
Remote work, if you will.
If you will.
We appreciate you, David, and appreciate all you tuning in on home or watching on
Bart,
Twitter.com.
You're doing play-by-play. What are you talking about? I'm not doing that.
Play-by-play color, whatever it
color
is.
commentator, whatever. The guy who just kind of shows up and just says a couple things, and then that's about it. You run the show here, Bart.
Oh, I'm trying. It's a team effort, though. Teamwork makes the dream work, and
so they say.
Couple teams, that are really putting that maxim on display here, as
this will turn there. It's going to be another foul. Yep.
Forcing the foul. So we're going to get a free kick here. Into the box.
There you go.
And out with it now. Here's, not Russo, sorry. Apologies for that. That's Alyssa Arthur.
She's offside there, eh? Yep. We got 4 minutes of stoppage time. We'll get
start that timer. 4 minutes,
seemed a little bit light for that injury, but I think as we've done some of these WPSL games, they are definitely not wanting to hang around in either of the halves. So,
oh yeah, well, and if you're
pretty on brand for what they've been doing. Ooh, that was a big time collision there.
Yeah, Molesky in the air. Looks like she's all right. Both of those players, took some pretty big tumbles, but they seem to both be okay,
quick,
which is good to see. Yeah, as opposed to, MLS game, which will just give you 10 minutes of stoppage time. But, it's a Sunday night game.
People got work in the morning, Dayton, something like that.
Well, families certainly
families, that's right.
And fans and families, the players might have some other, obligations as well. And, of course, FC Dayton's got to, drive back out to Dayton afterwards.
It's a nice little interception there.
Long ball. It took an odd bounce off Molesky. And a fortuitous one for them.
It's well done.
Good movement there. Molesky tracking back and putting herself in that passing lane.
Yeah, and also, I think she did a good job of not, making the right decision, just kind of just staying calm.
Exactly.
Just a lot of times you see defenders really just start running around or, not necessarily having a plan with what they're wanting to do other than putting a lot of effort. But I think if you just saw her just kind of stay cool and she was able to put herself in a spot to make that play there.
Yeah, so, so important, because it would be easy to just, instinctively you're trying to make up after a mistake, after, an odd ball takes off and keeping cool. Well, it was Olivia Molesky. So now Townsend gets it to Holler. Ooh. And I think Avery Schoen may have been offside if Holler was able to get that ball to her. It seemed to kind of slow down their rolling, and usually we get it moving a little bit faster on this field turf. Now it's Abby Townsend. Ball played in.
3-on-1 here. There she goes.
Now with Goglin. Over to Bodker's getting up forward.
Yeah, she's at the field here a little bit, huh?
Bodker tried to get it there to Schoen. Lost it. Now it's a long ball trying to play it up to Huber.
Yeah, there's no doubt what Dayton's doing.
Yep. They're trying to, get it to these
Route 1
dangerous strikers that they've got. And Elena Huber and Dara Russo.
It's a nice ball in.
Each of them has a goal to their name tonight. And combined, the pair have, I believe, that puts them at 16 goals combined just between the two of them this season.
Nice work. This might be a nice little set-piece opportunity. Got roughly another 30 seconds here of stoppage time. See if the Eagles can muster up something here.
Yeah, you got to be looking for Gabby Holler on that back post, right?
Yep. Yeah, she can either hit it towards the goal or hit it back across. Oh, they're going to go short corner.
It's with Townsend. Townsend gets it back. Woodruff swinging it in.
A wasted opportunity there. Now they're caught in numbers potentially. Wow, that
was
an incredible time to call half.
Yeah, right at that 4-minute mark. If you're FC Dayton, you're probably saying, sir, let us play that a bit longer. But if you're Columbus, you're just fine with that. And so after 45 minutes and some change, the Eagles trail 3-2 here at historic Cruz Stadium to FC Dayton. We're going to step away for a quick break, and we'll be back to recap some halftime. Your Eagles here trailing on Eagle TV, furnished by the Nordeca and powered by the Greater Columbus Golden Boys and Girls Supporters Group / Lifestyle Brand.
Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today.
Welcome back to historic Columbus Crew Stadium. Your Eagles are getting ready to kick off on half number 2 against FC Dayton. They find themselves trailing the top-ranked FC Dayton by a score of 3-2. Heading in the final 45. FC Dayton jumped out to a 2-0 lead off of goals from their dynamic striking duo Elena Huber and Dara Russo, but the Eagles stormed back. A quick response goal from Abby Townsend and then Amy King to tie it up, but then FC Dayton got back in front with a gorgeous goal from Kylie Simmons from outside the box. Tough angle beating Abby Rees to put FC Dayton in front. So for the second half, that is now underway. Eagles in their black jerseys, yellow trim, going from left to right on your screen. FC Dayton, white and pink jerseys, going from right to left. It's Madeline Woodruff with it now, trying to play it ahead to Gabby Holler, but it's going to be booted away by the keeper for FC Dayton. That's Cassie Rochon, who's had a strong game in that, made a couple key saves. It's Olivia Molesky with it now. Bart Logan and Darren Van Paris on the call for you here on Eagle TV. Here's Woodruff. Played it over to Holler. And here's Haley Miller swinging the ball in. Trying to get her head on that was Nikki Cox, but sent it off target, and it'll be a goal kick. So Miller getting her first start of the season, or at least at home, I should say. In place there for Victoria Kevazia, who has been such a catalyst for the Eagles this season, but may need to, be a sub if the Eagles are going to be seeing her. Here's Katie Cox.
Well done.
Skies it. Nikki Cox on it now. She gets it tackled away. Ball scooped in, trying to find Kaylee Simmons, one of the FC Dayton goal scorers, but unable to. Now here's Ashley Goglin to calm things down a little bit and gets it out wide here for Abby Townsend. Townsend ahead for Nikki Cox. Skips off Cox over to Miller.
Not sure how that happened,
Townsend. Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Here's Townsend, who's been part of both the
There
goals.
you go.
To Katie Cox.
Good.
Ahead to Gabby Holler, who's taken down at the edge of the box. No foul. Amy King now with it.
Easy ball. There you go. Good.
She plays it back to Bodker. Bodker fires it in for Holler.
All right, it's good soccer.
And Holler has it skip off her head and out of play.
Yeah, it's nice seeing just the Eagles not, trying to force things there that, that weren't there. They were able to still retain possession, able to kind of cycle it back. I thought that was a nice little just spell of play there. I think it also just helps to get everybody involved here as you kind of go in the second half.
And with it right now for FC Dayton. That's we do not have a
Well done.
that's Simmons. And here's Townsend. Townsend to Gabby. Ooh, and the defender went down, but Holler had to go around the long way, and that gave FC Dayton enough time to break that one up.
You can see what Dayton's doing here. I mean, they're almost got two players just kind of like shadowing on the right side here with Townsend.
Well, Townsend, they know that 55, that's the number to mark.
Yep.
Again, 4 goals in the last
Nice.
2 games. Nikki Cox,
It's all right. It's a good turn.
one of the other leading goal scorers for this Eagles team.
Eagles fans, make
And
some
it's Townsend.
noise for a corner kick.
Townsend to take it. Second corner of the game for Columbus.
We're on the old picket fence here, Bart.
Yeah. We'll see as Townsend
Nice ball.
swings it in. Back post,
Oh.
getting a foot on it there was King. Now it's Miller settling it at the top. Miller shot scooped out
Nice.
and wide back with Townsend. Townsend. Ball
Good
in.
looking.
Back
Yes! Beautiful ball.
Gabby Holler got on the end of it. And she ain't no holler-back girl, Darren, but
She
that
ain't.
goal was
Hey.
bananas.
I'm not going to try and spell it this time. Yeah, that was. I love the ball there by Townsend because it was whipped in with pace, and you could just see the goalie the goalie was just kind of stuck there. They really couldn't get off the line, and that kind of then when the ball's whipped in with that kind of pace within the 6-yard box, you're going to ultimately find somebody on there, especially coming off a corner kick, and that ball's kind of been recycled back. But obviously, much needed for the Eagles there, able to tie it up, and I think the first 5 minutes of the second half has been positive.
Absolutely, and huge for Columbus too. For Gabby Holler, of course, she put one off the post. Although, hey, the Eagles not out of trouble yet. They gave up a goal after scoring one in that first half. This time around, though,
I think we did see have a keeper change here for the Eagles.
yeah, I believe that is Celeste Sloma. In for Columbus as it's up, but this time, the Eagles at least have gotten through 1 minute. Not out of trouble, though. Here's Simmons. She scored that third goal. Is a crunching tackle right on the edge of the box there. No foul. Olivia Molesky.
That was a close one. I think I am not sure what. It's like the sideline official was calling a foul there, but the middle official waved it off.
Well, she had the view as it's played over to Townsend. As we were saying earlier, though, to get that goal there from Gabby Holler, who's facilitated so much, is Townsend gets it to Cox. Nikki Cox,
yes,
a good shot!
That's a great goal.
Nikki Cox puts the Eagles in front. Columbus, quick succession goals from Gabby Holler and then Nikki Cox, and the Eagles with the lead.
Yeah, Abby Townsend doing it all right now, setting people up, getting goals herself. She originally tried to play the little slip-through ball. It was there for Cox, and then it was there again by great little move by Nikki Cox there, just kind of give herself enough space to create that shot opportunity and put it on her favorite right foot. And wasn't hit with tremendous pace, but the placement was perfect. Goalie had no chance there.
And Townsend has been involved in all 4 goals for Columbus today.
Yeah, definitely been the star of the game so far for the Eagles. No doubt about that.
Molesky heads it up and chested down there by Nikki Cox, who's the latest Columbus Eagles goal scorer, and 4 different goal scorers for the Eagles today too. Something you love to see.
Right.
That's been, the story for the Eagles this season.
Nice.
Everybody
turn.
gets involved. Here's Gabby Holler chasing that ball down, and that's going to go out for a throw.
Well, she just has a way of just picking out spaces, understanding how to have those subtle body movements just to get the defender off just enough to where, that run or that little whip around pass to herself wasn't quite there, even though that she didn't quite get there herself, but she still created an opportunity there to get an extra touch. But she just has just a great feel for the game.
Here's Townsend playing another dangerous ball into the box. It's going to be broken up here, and a counter opportunity. Here's Huber.
Yep,
tracking
exactly
back there is Goglin. It's played far and out wide, and that'll roll just out of play, and that was Jenna Halbeck.
Yeah. Heavy gust of wind here. You can see it's been windy all day, but could potentially make it kind of awkward here for the keeper for the Eagles.
Yeah, it looks like it is blowing out toward us here on the west side of the stadium. A little bit of a northwest wind. And yeah, that could be dangerous for the goalkeeper, Celeste Saloma. Ball swung in,
done.
and winning that one in the air was Olivia Molesky.
Yep. That's it.
She's been so good in the air this season.
Yeah, no, she's been great. I mean, we've kind of gone without saying most of the game, but I mean, corners, clipped in balls. She's putting herself in a good spot, and the clearances have been solid too. I mean, it's not just like she's just heading it up and winning a second ball to clear it. I mean, she's getting it with some power too.
Cox fouled there, but they'll call advantage. Now it's up with Gabby Holler. That foul.
Boy, I don't know about that one. I suppose the Eagles will take it.
We'll call it an extended advantage.
Yeah, extended, right. It's like, we have one back there, though. He's like, no, we'll just move it up 25 feet.
Yeah, we'll take that. Morgan Bodker now playing it to Ashley Goglin, back with Bodker. Trying to pick out Holler, but it's picked off. Goglin hurrying back to break up the would-be counter for FC Dayton.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good ball.
Smart ball played there and played diagonally by Molesky. Now with Townsend, over to Katie Cox, to Nikki, and back. Nikki Cox out to Townsend.
This is some nice soccer from the Eagles here.
Yep, some good possession oriented.
Some probing.
Looking for their opportunities.
There you go. They got him pinned in here.
It will be a throw in there from near the flag. Woodruff might back off a little bit to give her some space. Played over to Townsend, off of it. Woodruff sweeps it in, trying to find Holler. FC Dayton in an unfamiliar position, trailing. They haven't spent too much time trailing this season. Won all games except a draw earlier this season with Columbus. As that ball's played in by Townsend, but that just sails a little bit too far and out of play for a goal kick. It's the keeper, Cassie Rashong, to take it. Now it's Gray. Swung over. And FC Dayton meticulously making their way up the field. Trying to turn on the afterburners, but it's taken away by Columbus. Katie Cox
Nice.
gets it back from her sister. It's out here with Townsend. A goal and 3 assists as Haley Miller is taken down from behind, but does not concede possession.
Unnecessary.
Now here's a dangerous turnover, though.
They got to pinch in a
FC
little
Dayton
bit.
with some numbers. Here's Huber winding up. Now it's with Dara Russo. She's marshaled off. Behind it, Simmons. Simmons fires, and it's going to sail just above the net and out of play. It's a goal kick. Now it's Olivia Molesky with it. Short kick there from Columbus. We've seen that a little bit from both of these teams. These are teams that like to possess the ball, and
they got the players to do it.
here's Morgan Bodker, a long ball up for
Nice
Amy
little
King.
takedown.
Amy King, who's kind of been isolated a little bit this game, a lot just running through naturally as it does through the right side, Nabby Townsend, but she's been there when they needed her, and that's Nikki Cox getting a ball that, probably
a couple of times getting a couple of headers there, yeah.
A little bit more dangerous than you thought it might be at first glance. Just was able to do a lot of work to get that nearly on frame. Nice read there from Townsend. Pick it off and cutting across the middle of the field. Play back to Bodker. Here's Goglin. Now Woodruff. Olivia Molesky. Long ball. She was trying to pick out King, but it's taken away. Turned over. Bodker is able to take it right back. Tried to find Katie Cox, and now with that ball fired from range, and wasn't really going to trouble the keeper. Would have been something if it did.
Sure would have.
But appreciate.
So I'm never going to apologize to someone for shooting.
No, absolutely.
I'm just not that kind of person.
And, Woodruff, make them respect you and respect that threat that you can provide. Eagles starting to get some players warming up. Annalise Grimmel, the only sub we saw in that first half, as Matt Ogden sticking with the girls he came to the dance with. Ball is going to be thrown in. And that FC Dayton opportunity will roll out of play for a throw-in. FC Dayton, Darren, they've had the opportunities, but most of their best ones have come, basically self-inflicted from Columbus, from turnovers, and, credit to Dayton for pressing and picking their, opportunities. But I think you've got to be, pretty happy with Columbus from a defending standpoint.
Well, I really think the second half, it's been all Eagles, really. But you had, just so you talk about that turnover just a couple minutes ago where, Eagles gave an opportunity that was that they didn't quite convert, even still had a tough chance at that. With the shot they had, but I think Columbus has done a little better job cleaning that up, and now that Dayton has talked about the possession thing, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Well, they haven't had much of the ball, and they're down at this point. I think maybe if you're Dayton, are you going to make any kind of changes? Are you going to put people maybe more up top? Or have a formation change as the game kind of goes on, but you'd think they're going to have to try and maybe push some more numbers forward, or at least just try a little bit more of just keeping the possession a bit more, just so you can give yourself the opportunities to continue to advance the ball. So we'll see what happens here if they do anything with the two subs they're bringing on.
Yep. Coming off Elena Huber. And on, I believe that was Elise Cantor. Also coming on is Alyssa Arthur. And coming off, that was Lauren Bastian.
Looks like they're setting up as a 3-4-1-2, potentially. Nice.
Holler, nice flick back there from
That's
Bailey
a great
Miller.
ball, too.
And here's Townsend. Townsend cutting in.
Yep.
Ball ahead there, headed on by Amy King, but
not quite, but
yeah,
almost had the
in the
idea
air
there.
Good movement there from the Eagles.
Yep. Oh, dang.
And a nice sliding tackle there from Nikki Cox.
Surprised not going to see a card here, I would assume, huh? Yep.
Not so nice. And it looks like Nikki Cox will see yellow.
A little bit unnecessary. I would agree with that. She didn't need to, go two-footed on,
yeah.
on that specific situation. But, not egregious enough to be sent off the field, I suppose. She's got to be careful now.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to go down a player. And Nikki Cox has been, such a key player for this Eagles squad. with the ball now.
It's well done.
Going
It's good
on a
defense.
meandering run there. There's a center back,
Well, say,
Kennedy
it's
Gray.
There you go. It's good. There you go, ref.
Eagles look like they are looking.
All right, well,
to
there's some
potentially
confusion on
get a
who
sub
has the
in.
ball.
And it will ultimately be FC Dayton throwing it in at that restart.
And
But
there you
turning
go.
it
Maybe
over right
that's
away.
just
Karma,
ball
don't lie. Yep. Here's Nikki Cox with it now. Nikki Cox
She's gonna
trying to go on the
might as
outside.
well.
Cox, one more touch.
Yeah,
But-
pretty good. Well defended there.
Yep, that was kind of just marshaling her to the outside.
Yeah,
there.
exactly right. You know, not letting her cut back on her right foot, but just keeping her going an angle that's taken away from the goal, and then you allow your keeper to go and cut off that angle as well.
And Kennedy Gray is looking to get up now, the center back. Who, yeah, it does look like they've moved maybe to a back three or moved her up in a more advanced position from
Should be
center
another
back.
foul there.
And that's a dangerous spot
Another
to give
card.
away a foul, as Ashley Goglin sees yellow.
Yeah, this could be a spot where we see this wind come into effect here a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. Debating who will take it. Doesn't look like it will be.
Given a yellow card to number 76 for the Eagles.
Does not look to be Kylie Simmons, who scored one from distance, the third and most recent goal for FC Dayton. Talking over that one right now, it's Alyssa Arthur, and it looks like it's Alyssa Arthur who will ultimately take it. She's there with Megan Smith. And Arthur does take it, goes on net, and it was no problem for Sloma. Put that one rolling along the ground. I think, your best hope there is you catch the keeper sleeping, because she's thinking you're playing a ball to the players as opposed to going on net yourself. And
Yeah,
there's
I don't
no
think
trouble.
she caught it quite the way she was hoping to either. Kind of stubbed the ground a little bit before she was able to kind of make good contact with it.
So here's Madeline Woodruff with it now.
Yeah, I like how she definitely impresses space here when she gets the ball. It's just nice to have a little bit of a different option from your center backs there. Not necessarily she's going to do anything in particular with it, but it's just something you've got to account for.
Well, and Woodruff, a midfielder by trade too, for collegiate at the collegiate level, where she's a standout for Capital. Had 4 goals and 8 assists last season. As coming on for the Eagles is,
We're not sure.
I believe that is Mariah Ransom.
No, it's like Sydney Worthy.
No, Sydney Worthy, yes.
Yep. Coming in for Holler, so we'll see what that looks like. I'm assuming you'll see her pressing a little bit more here with the last, 20 to 25 minutes or so of the game here. Bring out some fresh legs. That should be a foul, ref. No. There you go.
And so Nikki Cox, after being shown a yellow, draws a foul in a very dangerous area. About maybe, 25
Yeah, I
yards
was going to
out?
say that, Bart. That's about right.
And right on net.
He definitely got some options here.
The Eagles leading 4-3 here in the 69th minute. And it looks like it's Katie Cox who's going to hit it. Katie Cox!
Ooh.
Oh, just sailed wide.
For your Eagles, number 33 is being replaced by number 23.
So Amy King coming off, Annalise Grimmel coming on. That's a quick switch. And, of course, Sydney Worthy on earlier for Gabby Holler. Worthy got her first goal in that 8-goal outburst last weekend. And does, provides a little bit of a different sort of striker. Not certainly the size that you see from Gabby Holler, but great movement.
Yeah.
And really, was finding a lot of seams there against, albeit an overmatched Dayton Dutch Lions team. She generated a lot of offense in just her short appearance. Certainly more stakes right now with this sub as the Eagles with a 1-goal lead after trailing basically for the better part of the first 60 minutes.
Nice.
Here's Worthy.
Oh.
Over to Nikki Cox.
Oh. I was not
Cox
expecting
nearly
that.
found that far post.
For FC Dayton, number 8 is being
An ambitious shot from Nikki Cox, who's got one on the game.
Number 13 is being replaced
The go-ahead goal.
by number 3, Elise Cantor. Goal kick, FC Dayton.
Couple more subs coming on for FC Dayton. Elise Cantor, along with Ava Hall.
Nice
Good
read.
That was Annalise Grimmel.
It's like she baited her almost.
Ahead for Worthy.
There you go. Well done.
Back to Grimmel.
That's good stuff.
Here's Goglin to Katie Cox. Cox puts it wide there.
Oh,
to
that's
Grimmel.
nice. I don't know if she meant to do the first one, but the second one, she definitely had a nice little cut there.
Here's Goglin, though, is able to get it. Yeah,
There
he
you
did
go.
all that work to get free, and then you gave it right to Ashley Goglin. Now played over to Woodruff, although it was a little bit off target there, and it's
All
going to
right.
go out of play.
Let's go and get organized.
Throw in coming here for FC Dayton. It's going to be Kennedy Gray to toss it in.
Nice.
And nice tackle there from Haley Miller,
For your Eagles, number 57
who's
is being replaced by
making
number
her first
77.
start. Now coming off as a sub for Avery Schoen, but Haley Miller, and her first start and filling in for Victoria Cavazia is the team's leading goal scorer coming into the game, or one of
she's
the
looked
leading
solid
goal
today. She's looked
scorers.
really good.
Good
Nice.
yeoman's performance.
Yep.
Worthy.
Yeah, one of those players that I guess, not quite that we're always talking about, whether it's Nikki Cox or Katie Cox in the middle of the field, but just does a good job being in the right space. And I think she's also done a good job of kind of being that kind of like this destroyer role where, she's just found herself defensively in some good spots and has had just a real solid game here.
Scored 4 goals last year for Ohio University, did Haley Miller. Avery Schoen coming on, who's a standout at Southern Indiana. Started 19 games as a sophomore. FC Dayton out with it. They really, it's Dara Russo though. I don't want to bring on the curse of the commentator, especially when it's on
Ooh.
her foot.
It's a big time collision there. Well
Sydney
done.
Worthy with it now to Schoen. Schoen gets it kicked off her, but Worthy's got it.
Yeah, I like Worthy's activity thus far.
Great work rate.
Yep.
And a nice ball there that she plays for Grimmel, but
Yeah, a lot of these things, I mean, it's like these are just kind of spots of the game where, sure, you'd like to score a goal or, keep a significant amount of possession, but you're just kind of grinding out, 3 and 4 minutes where you're keeping the ball in their half, making it difficult for them, just kind of muddying up the game a little bit. This is exactly what
force a throw in from their
Yep,
corner,
exactly.
you'll take it.
she dove. I don't even know how that is a foul on the Eagles, but, guess I'll refrain.
So we're here in the 74th minute. Eagles under the lights here at Historic Cruise Stadium. And the forecast,
Yeah, we've
it
lucked out
looked
with
dreary, but it has been gorgeous
yeah, it's
so
been super
far.
nice.
A little bit of a breeze, but sunny, and now it's a beautiful looking night. Weather's been terrific, and hope it will
There
stay
you
that
go.
way. Dara Russo loses it, and there's our kitty friend.
There he's, oh, kitty.
Now with it.
When
It's
Katie
gonna be
Cox
Avery
sticks her
Schoen.
face in on a couple of these tackles. She's not the biggest individual in the world.
Whew. That one, she was a little bit late there for it.
Yeah, they can go backwards. There you go.
Yeah, force them backwards. Good team defending. As Grimmel is getting in there, Abby Townsend
There you
now,
go.
and a good clearance ultimately from Olivia Molesky. Forcing it back, and now center backs feeling the need to get more involved here for FC Dayton. Fans getting excited. And here it's with Kennedy Gray.
Nice.
Out on this near side, cutting across. Shot from distance.
There
No
you go.
trouble there for Celeste Loma, though she'll collapse on it.
Yeah, that was a nice spell of defense there. You know, kind of got in that low block, so to speak. It's made them kind of go around the horn when they went inside. They had when they tried to play the ball in the middle. They had some defenders right there to turn them and keep them consistently going back out to the wings. And they made him take a tough shot from range. I mean, that's about all you can ask for there, right?
Yeah, you give up a shot from 30 yards out that is straight on there. Oh, this is dangerous, though. Turnover and giveaway. Opportunity here for FC Dayton. And unable to get that one on target there was Megan Smith. A golden opportunity off the turnover. But after
Eagles, number 53 is
making the Eagles pay a couple times in that first half, Megan Smith wasn't able to ring him up that time. Sub now, Sydney Worthy coming back off, and coming back on is Gabby Holler. She's able to get her breath there. Sydney Worthy, good professional performance.
Oh,
Nikki
player,
Cox
player.
find it to
Yes.
Abby Townsend. Good ball there to Townsend. She's in behind. Abby Townsend. Abby
That's
Townsend!
Gorgeous.
Incredible movement. Great movement there for Townsend. She was behind. Cox found her. And Townsend, cool and composed in the box, picked the near corner and puts the Eagles up 2.
Yeah. I mean, she was open the entire time, and she had about 4 or 5 seconds where no one was guarding her. I mean, she was really decided the whole half of the field open to her. They just had to find the right ball, and Nikki Cox has been one that has certainly been the one to lay up on the platter for others, and no doubt there she plays a little slip ball through, and Townsend goes near post on him.
And credit to Townsend staying on the side there. Disorganized back line, though, for FC Dayton, which really made that possible because and I believe they have they been playing this back three all game? I thought they began the game with 4 in the back
Yeah, I
and
think
kind
so.
of shifted to this
Right.
as they fell behind.
I think they might be now going to a full 3-5. I don't even know what they're doing. I try and
it looks
figure
like
out the formations,
3
and
up
it's like,
at the
they start
front.
running around. What the heck's going on?
3-4-3. It
Yeah, it
looks
could be
like.
something like
Flat.
that. That would make sense. Trying to just get more numbers up.
It's Townsend
Ooh.
gets there, and here's played back there for Woodruff. The Eagles with a 2-goal cushion right now. 12 minutes plus assuredly some stoppage time.
Nice.
Now it's Annalise
I
Grimmel.
like Grimmel has been coming in, and I think she's done a good job. Defensively, first part, she's played a really smart game. She's come in and she's been in the right spots defensively and has cut off some angles. Has won some interceptions, but then just kind of has made some nice connecting passes with most of the players up top here.
Now it's
That's
Nikki
a nice
Cox.
turn.
A nice turn. Nikki Cox trying to sneak it through there. It looked like it actually might have gone off an
There
Eagles
you go.
player.
Yep.
Here's Bodker over to Ashley Goglin. And the aforementioned Grimmel trying to get it up
There
to
you go.
Schoen. Here's Avery Schoen now. Schoen goes down.
That was kind of awkward, huh?
Yeah, a little bit awkward, and it will be a foul, and they're going to call it against FC Dayton. A little bit of a outside the box. What about?
Yeah, Columbus isn't putting a whole lot of numbers up there. It looks
Yeah.
like they're keeping 4 defenders back here.
And
Certainly aren't in a
can't
rush
fault
to
them.
take the kick here either, which also can't fault them for.
Nope. And there's still a lot of times, but to see, the Eagles where they found themselves, trailing after 5 minutes,
Yeah.
less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, what a
quickly
response here
down two.
in the second half, right?
Mm-hmm.
3-0 in the second half. I mean, they really have been dominant here in the second half.
Ball in from Cox. Headed there. Ooh, and nearly able to get it as Gabby Holler put it down in a dangerous area. Avery Schoen was beelining toward it, but the keeper, Rashong, was able to get there first. And it is really a story of resilience. And an Eagles team that, in previous years and iterations, I don't know if they've got it in them to, make multiple comebacks. Remember, they came down from down 2-0, but then quickly fell right back behind 3-2. And I think a lot of teams, maybe younger teams, less veteran teams, although the Eagles team is a, good mix of veterans and new players, might have a hard time coming back after that, especially against a team in FC Dayton that, has been so dominant this season. But to be able to, calm down and then just dominate out in this entire second half.
Well, I think a couple of things come to mind when I think of that. I mean, when I think you can see that they're a confident bunch, and they've got some quality too. I think this is probably the most. This is the best collection of talent I think we've seen the Eagles have. In any idiom of whether it's the indoor, whether they've had some of the outdoor summer seasons. This by far they've gotten most attacking options. They're most skilled with the ball at their feet. So when you have that kind of confidence and you're only down a couple goals, early in the game, it's just more of cleaning some things up and to your point, kind of sticking together and having that mental fortitude. But I think they've kind of built that off of the success that they've had thus far this season as well.
So Eagles are going to get a sub here, a couple of them. Coming on and making her debut, and will be Katie Stafford, a defender out of Gahanna.
So they're putting the defender in the middle, one the 4 in the back, I think.
Yep, yeah, Nikki Cox coming off.
Yep.
And I believe Haley Miller's coming on as well. And it looks like she comes on for Grimmel. And so the Eagles reverting, I think, now into the 4-3-3. Back post, that was dangerous, but unable to get her head on that. So Townsend will, I think, slide back here in the 4-3-3. No, they'll keep Woodruff.
Well, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah,
if they have 4 in the back or what they're doing, or if they just moved Bacher up a little bit higher. or that kind of replace Germel in that left wing position.
Here's shown. Yeah, it does look like they're putting 4 in the back there, and then 4-3-2-1, or 4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
That one that'd probably make the most sense.
right.
This has been trying to figure out the formations
Yeah,
with
it's
Barton
been half the
Darren.
battle. It's been difficult for us to figure out, both teams.
Ball played there by
Clear it.
Ashley Goglin. Oh, a nice
There you go.
tackle there to get a hold of it from FC Dayton. And
That's
no
the one you
nonsense
need.
there
Yep.
from Morgan Bodker.
Yep.
Avery Schoen now corrals it, getting it over
It's
to
like, hey, play it
Townsend.
to Abby.
and
Let her figure it out.
Yep. Plays it back to Katie Cox, and if you're Katie Cox, give it back to Abby Townsend. You could just run that corner, Abby,
Oh,
or
that's
you
a good
could swing
ball.
it in, and a great pick. Oh, she was trying to find Haley Miller.
Not quite sure how they didn't score there. I mean, they had two Eagles players that were in the 6 and had an opportunity to get a touch on it. Sometimes just an awkward bounce.